Well, today I was very impressed with Janice, the integrator. I thought that was very helpful to know that we're going to have somebody there that's going to help make things happen for us. That's extremely important to me. Also, the fact that you're going to just start with praise, and bring everybody together. That's very important too. You wanted to. You're very encouraging, so and it motivates to keep us and to keep people motivated. I think I like that. I mean, if I was to tell somebody about this program to try to get them to join it, I would say that it's something that it's going to make you work. It's not for the faint heart. I can tell that now. You require a lot, and you give a lot, and you require a lot, and I think that's awesome. That you want to see some sort of effort every day. You want to see us doing something, which is a requirement that most things don't really. That I've been involved with a lot of different MLMs and a lot of different ways to make money, and I fall off the wayside because I guess I don't follow through. But you expect follow through, and I like that, so it motivates me to get up and do that. As far as like reading the Rich Dad book, I read it years ago, and to be able to read it again is encouraging in itself because I needed it. It was very interesting to hear, again about how his story came along, because this newer version brings more things out that the older version didn't. The older edition didn't. I like the fact that he says that savers are losers, because people think that they're just if I'm going to save my money, then that's how I'm going to make things work for me, and that's not necessarily true, because and you need to exercise your brain for finances, to get your brain going, to think in the way of financing. I thought that was a good point that they made. You can start. We learn best through actions, and that's so true, because you can read about what people are doing all day long, but unless you actually get out there and start doing something and make mistakes and learn from those mistakes and learn it, then it's going to really make a difference for you, and it's going to stick with you a lot better. And I thought that was a great point to make. And use your emotions. A lot of people do their thinking with emotions, but you want to use your emotions to your advantage and not let it mess you up. Because of the fear of losing money. So use it in a way that you're going to actually gain the money. So I thought that was really good too. Chapter 2, know the difference between assets and liability. Because, they bring out the point that people think their home is an asset, and it is definitely a liability, because, you're paying things out. And how wealth is measured you have to know how your wealth is measured by your cash flow from your assets. So, yeah, it had a lot of really good points that was made, and I'm so glad I got a chance to read over it again. Especially about your assets and your liabilities, because that's extremely important in knowing your wealth, and how the rich will buy assets, and the poor buy expenses, and the poor live by expenses, and in middle class they just buy liabilities. And so that's really something to take into consideration. And then more money should be going into your assets column to consider yourself rich. So yeah, it was a good book. It was good. It's a good chapter to get started on. And I like the way that you're doing this, because you're building this foundation, and that's what he's talking about, building a strong foundation. So we want to build. I want to build a big old Empire State Building, so I want of income. So I definitely want to have a strong foundation.